Welcome back to the channel. Today is an update for MISEN knives. If you've seen my previous video, I did a quick review on Santoku and utility knife. So I said that I wanted a chef's knife from MISEN as well, but I wanted red. It was not available a couple months ago. Now it became available for Thanksgiving. I think for Thanksgiving, kind of like a sale season. Let's put it this way. I just bought it right before Thanksgiving. Ordered this one with carbon steel pan. And really, what I wanted to do today, I want to compare this knife to Santoku knife from MISEN. As you can see, the shape's supposed to be different. The color is different. I want to compare it to my other favorite chef's knife. This is a big one, and already we can see that it's a little bit different shape, a little different construction. I know it up front. Also, what's very interesting for me is to see if some minor issues with the execution are just specific to my knife, or they are very similar on chef's knife. And based on that, I'm gonna do my kind of initial conclusions and thoughts about this knife. I didn't open this yet. I don't know what's inside. Hope it's all the same. And let's do it. Let's do the unboxing kind of thing and initial impressions. With this video, let me also kind of announce something quick. In the next few videos, what I will be doing, instead of just regular look at the knife, do the features, do review kind of things, a lot of talking. I want to structure that to be a little bit more kind of quantifiable rather than just the pure feelings. I want to give them some kind of like a scores in the different categories for the knives. For design, for construction, for cutting edge, for handles and everything else. So I did create a system, and I will do kind of like a presentation of that system, scoring system for you, and then I'll try to score the knives on that scale. So it will be kind of comparable, right? So how can you tell which knife is better, this one or this one? They should be about the same. How do you tell this one or this one? They should be quite different, and they should score a little bit different, or maybe one of them is better in this category, one of them is worse in this category. We'll see. So let's go ahead with this knife. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Let's cut this film, not the film, it's like this tape. Take it off. So same package. We got the knife, we got the same type of deal for the care instruction and everything, and here comes the knife. Nice. So that's exactly what I expected. Here inside, yep, and let's take it out. We have a tip protector. If you didn't see my previous video on MISEN, that's exactly how they package. So before I take a closer look, let's quickly recap what I liked and what I didn't like about this knife. So I did like the steel, I did like the edge, I did like the sharpness out of the box. I do really like how wide or tall this knife is. It's probably one of the widest knives here, and it's good because your hand is like all the way out from cutting board. That's great. Also, this knife is not for like a rocking moves. That's the Santoku is more like for chopping. This knife should be more like for the rocking moves. But anyway, tall blade is better. You can actually use it to like a shovel your vegetables off the cutting board. So anyway, that's good. I did not like the quality of the knife. I see some like gaps here. All the edges are very, very rough. Here it is very rough. The handle is just a plastic, and it's sometimes rounded, sometimes not rounded. This one is not perpendicular. I mean, this line, you can see that it's not perpendicular, it's just like angled. So it's what? It's quality control. So someone makes handles very, very fast. They pay good attention to the blade, but not very good attention to the handle when they make them, and just ship them and sell them and so on. I understand they sell quite well, those knives, but as a result, I do get a feeling that it's a good performance blade, but it's not a premium knife, right? It's a budget knife, which is just done from a better steels with a relatively good quality for the blade. Well, blade itself good, nothing to complain. So let's take a look at the at this knife and see what it is. All right. So this same what I see, it's the same construction. It's the same diagonal satin finish and grind up to the bolster. Wow, what I can feel right now, that in this area it is like not absolutely smooth and even. Here, better. Yep, better. Here, a little bit worse. So probably the knife was moving either too fast or not even through this grinding stone or whatever they use it. Not smooth on this side, better on this side. Again, transition from bolster to the spine, you see, not polished, also a little bit angled like on this knife. Same, no, it's a little bit thicker blade, a little bit heavier. This knife feels lighter. Santoku is lighter, this one's heavier. It's not as wide as I can see, and it's a little bit longer. Let's compare them like this. Yeah, that's expected, but I thought, like, why Santoku is thinner? Just probably because it's Japanese or something like that. So this one's a little bit thicker. In terms of thickness behind the edge, take a look. It's still amazingly thin. Very, very thin. About the same thin. Maybe just like a hair thicker, but not a big difference. Also, if we look at the edge itself, it's not wider. It is about the same, so it's pretty good. Let's take a closer look at the edge. Is it straight? It's a little bit. Someone's hands were shaking when they created this edge, so it's a little bit uneven here. It's pretty good here. I can see some burr with the reflections already. I can see it. And then it widens for the tip. And a little bit of a burr at the tip. I can see it with the reflections. Do you see this? I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to catch it like this. You see, that's a burr on the tip. Let's look at this side. It's a little bit uneven. I can see it through reflections already, but still, I mean, this was pretty good. This is pretty good edge. A little bit more narrow and uneven on this side, plus a little bit of like a scratch marks on here. And by the way, if I kind of pay attention here, you see that's a little bit of like stains or scratches. Let me try to take them off. Nope, I cannot. Nope, that's like a... No, there's like an imperfections to the steel, maybe, because it's like under the satin finish, those marks are maybe over the satin finish. Some kind of like a scratches from a new knife. Okay. All right, so tip itself, pretty good, but you see it's uneven. Here the edge is wider. Here the edge is a little bit narrower. And again, we see the burr. It means that the sharpening was done not perfectly. Is it sharp? Oh yeah, it is very sharp anyway. It is shaving sharp. I didn't kind of expect it to be worse, but it's always worth checking. So, let's say 4 minus out of 5. B minus for for the blade. All right, so handle. First of all, it's still a little bit not straight. Better than this one. You see the difference? A little bit better, but not perfect. Gaps. Gap here, a little bit. Tiny bit of a gap, but I say a little bit better than on Santoku. On Santoku, it's like noticeably different and not even straight line here. Roundings are about the same. About the same. So, what can I tell? Yeah, and by the way, a little bit better spine. A little bit better spine. This spine is super rough. This one is a little bit better. So, that's it. Final conclusions on this review. Not bad at all. Knife is not bad at all. Again, it's gonna perform very, very well because it has enough clearance here. Long blade, good tip, not too curved, good curvature for rocking moves. Yep, a little bit more curvature than Santoku. If you can compare it like exactly like this, you see the difference. So that's what I like. A little bit less curvature than my yep, you see, a little bit different blade profile comparing to my Anarchy chef's knife. I wouldn't say it's too bad. I think it's pretty good anyway. Some kind of scratch here already. Strange. Anyway, so it's a performer knife anyway for the price which I paid for this knife, $65 minus 25%. I think it's a good price for this type of knife. Construction wise and quality wise, it is maybe a little bit better than Santoku, a little bit more rounded spine, a little bit thicker blade. Quality, execution quality wise, same or comparable, or maybe a little bit worse. The small issues with the blade. I wouldn't say that if you see issues like this, it's absolutely necessary to return the knife. I bet you can be just either lucky to get those scratches or not. They should not affect any like specific performance of the knife or things like that. So I wouldn't call MISEN support and say, yeah, I got a bad knife. But maybe if you want to have a perfect thing, maybe you should. Maybe you should say, you know what, I hate to see those scratches on my knife out of the box. Please replace my knife. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it makes sense to complain about this being not straight and poorly finished. But I had the same issue on this knife, had the same issue on utility knives. Yeah, they may say, you know what, yeah, we'll send you a replacement one. Will it be better? Can they inspect it before sending this one to you? Will they even spend this time checking on this? I don't think so. Again, MISEN is very aggressive marketing style company. They may not have enough time to process all of those small issues with the customer support and not. Maybe they will just return your money, and if you're so that picky, and if in general, I'd say if you don't really want a budget knife, good performance budget knife, just pay more money, get a good performance, more premium knife. That's exactly the knife which they compare themselves on their own website. Pay double the price of this knife and get better knife. That's what it is. Pay triple of this knife and get knife like this. That's your choice. So that's a quick conclusion on MISEN chef's knife unboxing and initial review. You can see I did use this knife for a while. This one I just touched and put my new fingerprints on it. Again, don't expect super performance from Austen steel. It is better than X50 steel, it is, but you still need to take care of the edge and hone it. On review, which I posted previously, I reviewed it some time ago. I noticed that there are some kind of like little chips on the blade, but they're not chips on the blade. That's actually the burr and chips on the burr, which probably I created myself by honing this knife a little bit. So again, I took a honing rod, 4 or 5 moves, and the burr is gone, and the knife is sharp again. Because it's so thin behind the edge, it will cut. It will cut for a long time. But if it's gonna come back, you know me, I'm very picky. I will make some sort of conclusion down the road as Austen steel in a long time performs better than something else. Again, Austen steel supposed to be almost as good as VG10 on those popular Japanese knives like Shun's and so on, at least on the, not the most expensive ones, on quote-unquote regular Japanese steel knives. Yeah, so Austen steel is kind of like very similar to VG10. Maybe VG10 is a little bit better. So, all right. Thank you for watching. If you have more questions on MISEN, let me know. Again, those are my knives. I paid my own money. I don't really promote MISEN. I think what they do is a good idea. I think they do pretty good products for a decent price. Maybe it can be better. Maybe it can be cheaper, actually. So that's my thoughts on those knives. Not the king, not the perfect knife, but definitely worth considering and trying for what they are. Have a good one. Bye.